I'm having an emotionally taxing day, so I decided to take up some time and throw on some make-believe. I'm going to pretend I'm going somewhere fancy makeup. I don't know. Just play around with some makeup before I take a shower. Because isn't that what we do when we're having an emotionally taxing day? Anyway, I have lots of makeup anyways that I need to use up. If I don't use up enough of it when I go out, I might as well play pretend. What time is it? It's like 7 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. I mean, you know, right now I'm just putting a primer on. I think I'm going to take out of the Desert Sands palette. So it's this one, and looks like this. I don't know which colors I want though. Let's just go with it. So I added a very light base, this one here, and then, where are we? And then I added this one here. I think that's where I'm at. Okay, I added a little bit of like a brick red color just for fun because it's all temporary. Now I'm going to go in with a dark brown and see what happens with that. And I'm going to, since I have some hooded eyes here, go just above them so you can see the color. Otherwise it'll get lost with all the skin. One thing I love, enter sarcasm, is coloring out of the lines. So I always have a bottle of my cellar water on the side, whether it's for removing mascara or my eyeliner, or simply cleaning up lines of eyeshadow before I do regular makeup. So if I ever go out of the lines, or I just want it to look super nice and clean. I know some people use tape, and this will all clean up in a little bit anyways when I put everything else on, but I just use Q-tips and my cellar water personally. It's just personal preference. I've got my damp sponge ready, and I've got some BB cream here. Put some of that on and rub it in. My hands sometimes don't want to do what I want them to do, so you can see what I've done here. It just kind of came out in a, whatever, it just came out in a blob, and I just went with it, okay? That's just, this is me. Things like this happen to me all the time. And so my own opinion of a BB cream, since I am just a normal person who likes to play with makeup. I am not, obviously, a makeup artist. BB cream, for me, I feel like is kind of like a step up from a tinted moisturizer. It's not as thick as a CC, but it's not like a full coverage foundation either. So I can still see like imperfections through there. I can still see like a little redness sometimes of, you know, like a pimple that I had down here this morning. So it's not like full coverage, which has its place. Don't get me wrong. I'm just older and my skin has more lines in it. I'm 49 now, and so BB cream is pretty much the thickest that I personally like to go, just because I feel like it accentuates your lines and things like that. So that's why I will use things underneath. Skincare is super important. So like today I used a primer just for this purpose. Normally I would have like my serum and moisturizer and all that, but since I'm just going to take a shower afterwards, I just put a little bit of primer on. Let's try to dry in some eyebrows. I don't know that I even just said that sentence correctly, but got this little fingery doodad. Oh, it's not showing up. It's got 3 little fingers on it, and I'm going to try to just add in a little bit of color and a little bit of something to add to what I've got left over from the 90s when I lost my eyebrows. All I want to say is when it comes to trending things, eyebrows go through trends. They go through trends of being thin and thick, and I went through a trend where I plucked the mother fluffer out of my eyebrows, and they just don't ever grow back the same. So, word to the wise, don't. I'm not a very patient person, and this damn thing pisses me off. The little fingers on it don't always get the ink into it. Sometimes it just doesn't draw, and I got a little pissed off and I pressed it, and that's what happened. Now I gotta fix it with my cellar water. I threw it away. That's it. I am not dealing with that. I am not dealing with that. I felt like it was drying out before. I just don't have the patience for that kind of bullshit. That fixed enough? It's fixed enough. Fixed enough. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I was just sitting here off camera going, what the fuck? I was stressing out over eyeliner because I always admire people who have wings. But so I call it my masking face, non-masking face. Masking? Because then you get these hooded eyelids, or like the fatty part of your eyelid that likes to sit over top of your eyelid and just kind of hang out there. You know, when we were younger, we didn't have that problem. Now, you know, if I were to like look at myself in the mirror and put a wing on, eventually it's just going to kind of disappear. So for play purposes only today, I might use a little bit of ink liner mixed with the Glam Up palette. Normally I would play with like this, it's called Noir. It is like charcoal. It is blacker than the blackest black hole. You need just like a speck. It's so dark. But I think I'm gonna go with just a darker brown called Ashes. Maybe I'll get the Fortitude to use Noir, but I'm not sure. Let's just see where we go. But this is I'm using the Glam Up palette for this one. I'm also gonna use just a tiny little, put it on my forehead here so you can see it. Can you see there? Yeah. Little like angled brush, because I feel like it's the perfect length for the size of wing that I want. I started and then I was like, let's clean things up first. Otherwise you're gonna have like all this stuff coloring out of the lines. Okay, that's a little better. Now let's go back in and make that line a little bit darker. What am I doing here? There's always one side that looks different than the other. There's always one side that turns out a little bit better than the other. And so at this point, I think I just need to do this.